Good morning, good morning, good morning. I did something different today. I decided to come on in. Ooh, Instagram, come on here. I did something different today. I decided to let TikTok let TikTok know notify the people that I was coming in Instagram because the Instagram people, I don't know where they be at. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, sunshines. Good morning, good morning. Today is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and we're going to be glad in it. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in to the individuals logging in from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget as you come in to hit that share button. Hit that share button as you come in. Share with your friends. Invite your friends in. Everybody can stand a word of encouragement in the morning. Don't forget to hit that share button. Hit that share button. Invite your friends in. Ask them, do they want to join you? Um, Today is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and we're going to be glad in it. How are you guys? That's too bright. How are you guys doing on today? Let me tone that down a bit. How are you guys doing on today? Today. You are blessed. We made it to another day. We made it to another day. I did it different today, and I'm just scrambling for everything. Welcome in. Thank you all for joining me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button on whatever platform you're on this morning. Share with your friends. TikTok, I have a poll up for you all just in case because Facebook and everybody else can see what's scrolling at the bottom. If you see the ad running on your page and you need any of my services, there's a form that you could fill out and a Q&A, and I can call you after I get off this live. There's a form that asks you a couple of questions and it asks you what services you might need. So if you feel a need for any of my services, make sure you fill out that form. And as soon as I get off of this live, I'll start scheduling and calling you all. Instagram, well, all you have to do is hit the call button. It'll call me. Facebook, same thing. The ads are running everywhere. I can't call everybody in, but thank you, thank you all for joining me. Thank you on today. Today we are blessed. We woke up another day. You know, some people went to bed and they didn't wake up on this morning. So you are blessed beyond measure. It might not look like you are. You might not have everything that you want in life, but hey, I'm gonna turn off invites, and then that way I won't have to keep saying that. But anyway, so with that being said, today we're gonna start in a new area. Since I started it different today, I wanted to make sure that the different platforms notified you all that I was coming on. That way I won't have to, not that I don't mind waiting, but I want to make sure I get the maximum impact. I put out the commercial again last night. Maybe that'll do better. It'll remind people on what time I'm going live, and you all can join me. And it's just a reminder, just a quick reminder. Today, we're going to start in a new section. At first, when I was reading for the last couple of weeks, we were in Grace for the Rest. That was the past month in the mornings. That's what we've been reading on, but we're in section 2 now, and it's called Grace for Intimacy with God. It's called Grace for Intimacy with God, and I think we'll be on this for about, I'm going to tell you, Grace for Intimacy with God will be on for about 14 days. And guess what's in that? One of them is debt free. But anyway, we'll be on grace for intimacy with God for about 14 days. But I think I read some out of this chapter before. So, if I skip over something, that means I've already passed did it before. But today's message we're gonna tag. We're gonna tag Mercy's Kiss. Mercy's Kiss. That's what today is, Mercy's Kiss, and it's coming from Hebrews 4 and 16. It's called Mercy's Kiss. I want to thank you all for joining me on today. Thank you, thank you, thank you for taking a moment out of your day before your day starts, and some of you before you get ready to go to bed, to join me for a word of encouragement. In the future, I'll be having some guest hosts on with me, and it'll switch to more like a podcast platform. I do have a podcast, so the person will be on screen with me. I don't know how I'm gonna show the person's face on TikTok. Instagram, I won't have any problem, but TikTok, I don't know, because when you invite people on to co-host with you over there, that person also has to have 1,000 followers. I don't know if they're still doing that. So maybe with TikTok, I'll put the camera behind me and let it face the screen so you can see the co-host as we talk and they bring a word for you all. Their word will be a little bit more detailed than mine. Mine is just what the Lord leads me to say on that day, and what I've studied myself. Maybe I did my devotion. Well, actually, I'm doing my devotions in the morning from somewhere else, but that's what the Lord laid on my heart. That's the book He led me to read out of that day. Sometime I go off task, that book changes. Sometime it changes because that's what I feel like needs to be said at that point. That's what was given to me. So sometime I'll go to another place and read. It won't always be exactly from the book, but I'll usually tell you. When I'm not reading from that book. And I've switched it up a little bit so you don't get confused, and we don't get off task, and we can stay on the same path together. I guess that's the right terminology. But thank you all, loves. Thank you. We're close to hitting 12,000 on Facebook. Um, Instagram, I'm gonna have to find out if my followers are actually followers or are they bots, because when I go live over here, I think maybe it's not a good time in the morning because only a few come on. TikTok, y'all show up and show out every morning. Y'all surpass my goals. Hello, Lou. Hello, everybody. Y'all surpass my goals every morning. I've never had that many people on my live at once. On Facebook, it used to be a lot of people on my lives in the morning time. But I don't know what happened with that. I think some people are becoming dormant. But TikTok, I want to thank you all for showing up, showing out, taking me above and beyond whatever I expected as far as viewership. The only thing about it is when I ask you all to hit that subscribe button, I be having so many people on over there, but half of you all don't hit the subscribe button. But that's okay. That's okay, because my content might not be for everybody. You never know what people's relationship with Christ is. So therefore, if you choose not to follow me, it's okay. I mix in scripture along with business, travel, tax, financial literacy. If I want to talk about makeup, if I want to talk about life, it ain't always scripture, but it just all depends on what day it is. I might talk about clothing. It just all depends on that day. It just switches up. So with that being said, I totally understand. And, people follow who they choose to follow, but I'm still going to say the same thing every time I come on here. I'm going to say, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I'm going to ask you to share with your friends. I'm going to encourage you to be the best person that you can be. I'm going to encourage you to put whatever plan you have into place, and get it going. I'm going to encourage you to do that now because it's the fall. It's the best time of the year. Before January comes, whatever you need to do. We can't keep using the pandemic as an excuse to put our dreams. The Lord gave you a dream. He expects you to live that dream out. So now is a good time to implement it. Make sure you're original in whatever you do or whatever was given to you. Nobody's path is the same as the other person's path. So, oh, thank you. Nobody's path is the same as the other person's path. So, with that being said, we're gonna try to be the best person that we can be. You know, we're nobody's perfect. We all stumble, we all backslide, but we all try to come back. But you know, we have to remember who's first and foremost, and who should be the head of each one of our households. But I do understand that there's different religions, there's different views on religion and the Bible and stuff like that, but it's not up to me to debate. I don't feel like I'm qualified to do that. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave that to the scholars, the theologian, and the people who've gone to seminary school. I'm gonna let them handle the debating. All I'm gonna do is go by with what I was raised and what I was taught and how I live my life. I try to live my life the best that I try to live my life as close to in a Christ-like manner as possible. I treat people the way that I want to be treated. I'm there for people if I can be, but hey, I'm not rich, and I don't know why people keep asking me for loans. I'm not a bank. I ain't rich. I'm far from being rich. But anyway, I don't know where people get that persona from. But anyway, with that being said, that was all Taz. But anyway, I try to be the best that I can. I can't, and I'm just saying because I'm just going by what be coming in my DMs. But anyway, I try to be the best person that I can be, and I encourage other people to do the same. I encourage people to do things that will um, last long past your lifespan on this earth. Because ultimately, what you build up and you acquire here on earth, when you leave here, it'll still be here. So when you're storing up treasures, they will be here long after you're gone. So do something that'll last and it'll go on from generation to generation. Do something philanthropic, community service. Help out those that are less fortunate than you. If you can't help them out when you go up, pull them up with you. It's always good to pull people up with you as you go up and as you acquire and hit your target goals. Share your information and try to pull people up with you. I've been putting out a filter in the morning time about a position. It does not incorporate people from individuals from other countries because you have to have a social. There's rules and regulations for credit repair and restoration and all that, taxes, all that kind of stuff. So therefore, it wouldn't necessarily qualify for you all. But I want you all to understand that I've also put things that the requirements are not as strict. And some of you haven't clicked on any of it, you haven't followed any of it. I told you about affiliate marketing. I've also mentioned social media management. I've also, some of you are good with video and graphics. I've also mentioned that, how you can freelance and do that for other people who cannot do it for themselves. I've also mentioned virtual assistant. You can only start your own virtual assistant company and answer the phones or do paperwork, answer emails for individuals. You could take advantage of that. I've also mentioned a lot of you are crafty. Um, you make, you create one of a kind pieces. You could put those on Etsy. Some people say Etsy, some people say Etsy. It's ETSY, it's Etsy.com. You can open up an account, you could put it on there. People can buy from you from there. Some of you create rugs, I've seen it. Some of you sell jewelry, some of you sell clothing, some of you sell makeup and stuff like that. That's a way to reach a larger market. So with that being said, those positions that I'm posting only apply to those in US based states in the 50 states of America. It won't apply to you all, but the other freelance stuff I mentioned, it applies to anybody and any of you can apply. So with that being said, TikTok, don't forget yesterday I got that I got to like a whole bunch of likes. So don't forget tap that screen and hit that like. You can gift me if you want to. You can subscribe to me if you want to for $5.99 a month for more content like this. And when I start teaching my webinars and stuff, my webinars will consist of wealth education, business, building your business credit. But of course, in order to build your business credit, we have to get your personal credit right. Because don't let anybody tell you that you can totally build credit for your company off of EIN. At some point or another, when those loans get larger, those banks are going to want the owner of that company to sign for those loans. They're going to want the company owner or CEO of the board to sign for those loans in order to push your company into the next stratosphere. You know, everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to be successful. So with that being said, in order to get there, you got to have good credit in order to get to where you're trying to go. Everybody knows that. Have good credit, or you must be the one in lotto, or you're a millionaire. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get started. I don't want to hold you all up. I just wanted to thank you for all coming in. I wanted to acknowledge everybody. I wanted to make sure you know that I'm humble and I'm very appreciative that you stopped for a moment to log in with me and listen to me read the scripture for the day and encourage you. But I hope those words encourage you. But usually I don't do it that way. Usually I say the word first and then I say all that I said. But I said that today in that order before I forget and get off task because I don't know where I wrote my notes at. Yeah, last night was about. So anyway, today we're going to read from Hebrews, and it's called Mercy's Kiss. Mercy's Kiss. And it's from Hebrews 4 and 16. Hebrews 4 and 16. And it goes like this. The reading of the scripture is, so now we draw near freely and boldly to where grace is enthroned, to receive mercy's kiss and discover the grace we urgently need to strengthen us in our time of weakness. That's Hebrews 4 and 16. Hebrews 4 and 16. And the Hebrews 4 and 16. And the declaration is, when as little children we're told about God, one of the first things we do is visualize him on his throne in heaven. With the best of intentions, most of us are steered toward a mental picture of stern and ancient giants sitting at an elevated judge's bench, but it's actually worse than that. In an effort to motivate good behavior, we're encouraged to focus on the fact that the one sitting on the throne of judgment sees all and knows all, even our innermost thoughts. Of course, that is true. God knows us better than we know ourselves, and nothing is hidden from his sight. But too often when we're young, that information is intended not to comfort, but terrify us. Like the Big Brother is watching posters in George Orwell's 1984, we were supposed to see God as relentlessly scrutinizing every word, deed, thought, and impulse in a search for flaws in order to dole out punishment. So we learn to see God's seat of power as a throne of judgment for us. And naturally, we learn to approach it sheepishly if we approached it at all. That was a tongue twister. When there, we dare raise our eyes from the posture of repentant shame, we fully expected to see disappointment in that father's judge's face. All of this makes it deeply significant that Paul, describes God's heavenly seat of divine power as a throne of grace. And if grace characterizes God's nature and rule, and it does, why then do we often slink timidly into God's throne room with a sense of dread? Why do we expect an unpraised hand rather than mercy's kiss? Such dread is utterly inappropriate for anyone who has said yes to God's free gift of adoption and relationships. If you are in Christ, you are clothed in his righteousness, and Jesus' favor and acceptance before God have been fully imparted and imputed to you. Boldly look into his face, child of God. Look into those eyes. You will find nothing but love and acceptance there, but by mistake. My feelings, what of these? Your heart may ask. Tell your heart this truth. You can come boldly to the throne of Christ. There you will receive not only a joyous welcome, but mercy's kiss and heavenly help for you for your every need. And the prayer and grace, listen to me, the prayer and grace of declaration is, Father, I come to you today and with bold joy and expectancy, enrobed in your Son's flawless righteousness. The knowledge that you know my every thought and deed and chose me anyway comforts me because I'm beloved and accepted. I know I'll always find grace, gifts of help, and power and strength in your welcoming arms, and nothing but love in your eyes. In Jesus' name, amen. So, with that being said, sunshines, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? How did your day go? Because some of you, your day has ended. TikTok, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. So, with that being said, how did your day go? Some of you's day is just ending. Some of you, your day is just beginning. But I want to encourage you on today. You know, I was given a nickname Sunshine. It's not by happiness, it's not by mistake or, because I went to two different places and a group of people that didn't know the other group of people named me Sunshine. That was my nickname. They say I came into work every morning smiling and they don't have no idea what I can find to smile about early in the morning. But they didn't know what I knew. I was blessed just to be up that day. Whatever happened yesterday was in yesterday. I had no reason to bring yesterday's garbage into today. I was just blessed to be up. I woke up, I had food. Me and my son I got to work. He got to daycare. I was just blessed. And when you have a relationship with Christ and you understand that every morning is a blessing to be in the land of the living, you will have something to smile about. But anyway, they tag me Sunshine. So with that being said, everybody always calls me Sunshine. It's just ironic. When I type Sunshine, I don't type sun. Yeah, I know how to spell sunshine, but I type it sun. And I have a reason for typing it that way. And we all should know. But one of the reasons is because my name starts with SON. So with that being said, they always call me Sunshine. But that's not my nickname in my hometown, but that's what they tagged me when I moved to this city. Every job I ever went to, they just said, like I always have a smile on my face. There's nothing to smile at. I'm always happy. Nobody can be that happy. But yeah, somebody can be that happy. Even on my worst day when I was going through something, nobody would ever know it because I smiled and I kept moving because I knew who was in control and I didn't have to worry about anything. So with that being said, I created a sunshine movement when I decided to go in professional mode. In May, I created the Sunshine Movement. And within that Sunshine Movement, I encourage people to be um, the best that they can be. Smile and be there for somebody. Have the right tribe around you and don't always make it about you. Sometimes it's about other people. Some people have it worse than you have it. Some people are starving. Some people don't have a roof over their head. Some people don't know where their next dollar, dime, and nothing else are coming from. Some people are dealing with death. Some people are dealing with mental illness. Some people are dealing with so many things. They're bearing. They can't bear kids. Their marriage has just ended. They can't find the right mate. They're just looking for all the things, and they're putting their faith in the wrong place. Some, not all. Some of them, not all. I'm not going to say everybody is putting their faith in the wrong place. And some people just don't have a relationship, but I'm not going to judge people. But what I'm saying is the fact that you're living and breathing is enough to celebrate. And with that being said, it might look bad, but it's not that bad. It can be even worse. You can be homeless and living up under a bridge. Sometimes we create our own problems, and that's with me too. Sometimes we create our own issues because when we have stuff, we're not good stewards of what he gives us. We're not good stewards. Listen to me. We're not good stewards of what has been given to us. So, with that being said, we need to learn to be more better stewards than what we are. So I created that movement because I want everybody to, I want everybody to be okay. I know that's impossible, but hey, I feel like the ones who are not where they are, we can help them. And on the days that we need a little lifting up and our cup is empty, hopefully we have the right people around us. If we do not have the right people around us, we might want to change our tribe. Not really. I'm not saying don't talk to somebody, don't hang around them. All I'm saying is if you don't have anybody in your tribe that can pray for you, pray with you, lift you up and encourage you, or listen to me, be a listening ear, because all the time, people don't want your advice. They just want you to listen as they vent. My son, the one who's in nursing school, he does it to me every day. He does it to me every day in between my breaks. And he's just like his mother. It takes him 50 minutes to explain. He go around the block, around the curb, down the highway, and he come back. That's why I'm so patient with him, because I do the same thing when I'm explaining stuff. I go around the block and back. But that's how I explain stuff, because I have to make sure you understand it in the context that I'm trying to tell you. So with that being said, sometimes people just want you to listen. They don't necessarily want your advice. They just want you to listen at that moment. Sometimes they want you to offer a word of encouragement, prayer, or whatever. So that's what my Sunshine Movement is. My Sunshine Movement is that. And when you bless me, I bless, hey, from Jamaica. So anyway, when you bless me, Charmaine, I bless other people that are less fortunate. That's what I do. That's where when people bless me, I use my blessings to feed the homeless. So I don't have to take money out of my household and from my kids and my husband. I do I take the proceeds from where people bless me and I bless other people. So with that being said, I'm not saying I can do it every day. I'm not saying I'm rich. I'm not. But if somebody is hungry, on some days I can forego me buying a lunch to buy them lunch, because I know when I get home, I have food in my refrigerator. I know that this person that's standing on the street in this 100-degree weather, no matter what, they don't have a home to go to. And needless to say, there's shelters, but in big cities, The shelter are a long way away. I don't know what got them on the street, but I feel like on that day, if I'm running low, I can do without to bless somebody else. So with that being said, I want you all to join me. I want you to do a good random act of kindness on today. I want you to be there for somebody, maybe buy somebody a meal, maybe send somebody a text and tell them how you feel about them, what they mean to you, and how important you are in their life. If you want, you can share a scripture with them. If not, you can say a quick prayer for them, send them something. And it doesn't always have to be monetary. You can just encourage them, just spread a little light. Share your light with people. Sometimes people light be dimmed a little bit and they need somebody to share their light with them. You know, you never know what they're going through, and be careful in how you handle people because you never know what the next person is going through. And sometimes, I'm not saying because mental illness is real, but sometimes when you be sitting, when you be seeing all these mass shootings and stuff like that, sometimes those people been bullied. Sometimes, you just answer them in the wrong way that day, and just instead of saying good morning, even if the person is always in a bad mood, that doesn't make you have to be in a bad mood. Just continue to say good morning. Sometime on one day, your good morning might get through to them. And that's why I come on here every day. Sometimes I'm tired, not really tired, but sometimes my schedule is busy. But I started this sunshine movement and I intend on doing it. I have to be places at 8 o'clock now, but I just come on at 7 o'clock now to encourage you all and keep you going. I want you to know I didn't read, success does not happen overnight. Um, Success does not happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. Rome wasn't built overnight. So just because you fail at something else, take that business plan, take whatever, fine tune it, and restart over again. I've reinvented myself 1,001 times, and I'm going to keep reinventing myself. Long as the Lord gives me a vision, I'm going to keep reinventing myself until I turn that wheel and I'm a success. Well, some things were more successful than others, but when I ventured off the path that the Lord gave me, sometime it didn't go well. I had a jewelry business. It was doing excellent when I was sitting at the table designing the jewelry, designing it. Now, I'm talking about baby in one hand, stringing up the beads in another hand. Every week I went to the flea market. I sold out of this jewelry. But then greed set in. I felt like I didn't have time. Well, I had a small baby. I was working full time, but I needed extra income. Greed set in. So I started buying my jewelry wholesale. I started buying my jewelry wholesale like now. I started buying my jewelry that I sell wholesale because I felt like I just want to make big money, big money. It went well, but it was not as lucrative. Don't forget to hit that like button on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. Make sure y'all share and subscribe. I wanted to make big money, so guess what? It was more lucrative when I was designing the jewelry. When I was sitting there buying my beads, sitting up there choosing which color, because I was my own walking board. I was my own billboard because every day I went into work, my jewelry matched my clothing exactly. I was at church, my jewelry matched my clothing exactly. So people noticed that. They said, why is my jewelry out? I told them because I designed jewelry. So I was always busy, 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 busy designing that jewelry. But then I got away the path that he set. I decided to alter it. So needless to say, it wasn't as lucrative as when I was sitting up there making my own jewelry. I wanted to go buy it and then sell it. There's a whole bunch of people that can buy it and then sell it, but there's not a whole bunch of people that can design jewelry. That's why when I break my jewelry, I'm not like everybody else. I changed these to clip-ons. I can make my jewelry. That's the gift that was given to me. And that's what I'm trying to tell you all. Every time you're at your lowest, and I'm just telling you from my experience, every time you're at your lowest and you think there's no way out and you don't have money to feed your family, you don't have, just dig deep and take a moment. Because with me, he's always giving me a way to turn. My gifts cannot come from nobody but him, because sometimes I've never had formal training in nothing. Well, now I do, because some things I went back and got a degree in, because my degree was originally in business, but some things that I really liked, I went back and got a degree in that. But that's not the point. When I started off doing it, I sat at my computer, and I must say, and I'm not bragging, my mom's kids are very smart. You know, we're a smart bunch. So I sit there, and I I know the ideas come from him, because there's no way I can know how to build. Even though I had a friend who helped me and taught me the basics, I took my web design to the next level. I sit there and start doing graphics. Somebody started me, but I trained myself how to do graphic design, because with my businesses, I could not afford to pay anybody to do my business cards, my postcards. I couldn't afford to have a website. So guess what? I taught myself how to do all that. But then when I started trying to do it up under my media agency, some people, they didn't want to deal with me as a freelancer. When they found out I was self-taught, they wanted to deal with somebody who had a degree in that field. So yeah, I went back. I was pregnant and working. I was pregnant and working at that time, and I went back and got a degree in it. But still, um, even though I got a degree in it, the bulk of my training came from when I was sitting up there with trial and error, doing it myself. That's the same way with everything I've done. If I pray about it, I leave it alone, and like I just turn out ideas. And I'm just saying, everybody does not have that gift, but I know the Lord has given you a gift that you can turn into extra income and side hustle. So with that being said, you cannot tell me there's not a way to make a way out of nothing. There's not a way to take 2 cents and turn it into 5 cents. There's not a way to take 15 cents and turn it into $1. And let me go ahead and keep it going for y'all. There's not a way to take $1 and turn it into $5. Every time I've been at my lowest, my worst in my financial state, he has provided for me. He's given me a gift that comes from nobody but him, that I've taught myself how to do. People be like, and I know y'all be sitting up there saying, well, dog, she just doing so many things. Because when I said, like, if I don't have food on my table, and I'd be like, oh, this job not paying me enough, I need more money. I pray about it and I don't worry about it no more. Then I'll sit there and I'll start tinkering with something, and I just be like, okay, well, this is a way to earn money. That jewelry, that was a way to earn money. Selling jewelry was a way to earn money. Building those websites, those graphics, they prepared me for a time such as this. I'm a one-man show. I'm all about professionalism in anything that I do. I won't come on, even though life happens, you will never see me on media not looking my best. I'm not saying it's okay for some people. It's okay for some people, but me, my image is everything, and lasting impressions is lasting impressions. First impressions are lasting impressions. Like one day I was in Walmart. This lady was talking. I had on a shirt that said that I do photography. This lady was talking about she needed to do a photo shoot. She said she needed to do a photo shoot. I had on a shirt with my company name, because I never go out when I'm marketing throughout the day without my company name on the shirt. and my website and stuff on the back of my shirt. I wasn't up to par that day. I looked a mess. I'm not gonna even lie. I was in Walmart making groceries. I looked a mess. And I would not give that lady my card, even though I knew when she went to my website, my social media, she was going to see that I can make it happen. But at that moment, I did not want to give her my card because I was like, she probably going to be like, I look a mess. Why would she let me take, she look a mess. Why would she let me take my photos and stuff like that? So with that being said, dig deep. You have a gift. You have a gift that can turn into a side hustle. Everybody does. He provides you with that, but you have to stay on that path with whatever's given to you. Like me, I'm not a minister. I haven't been called to preach, but I have a gift to encourage people. When I was standing up in cosmetics, I always have a part-time job in cosmetics because I like the discount and I like the expensive skincare. And I'm not going to pay $200 for a skincare. I'm not going to pay $80 for a foundation. So if I'm working in the store, I know I can get it at a discounted price. I like the clothing. I know I can get it at a discounted price. But with that being said, the whole while I was standing, I done told you all this 1,000 times. The whole while I stood up in cosmetics, I spent my whole, I sold some stuff, but to be honest with you, I spent my whole 8 hours ministering to somebody. Like some elderly people would come in, they'll tell me how their kids totally forgot about them while they, since they got older, they'll come in. Sometimes they didn't even need no cream because I used to fuss at them and tell them they should not be out of that. Hold on. That they should not be out of that cream right now, that moisturizer, that serum, that $100 and some serum. But they used to come in just to be able to talk to me and tell me their problems. Sometimes I used to be drained, but hey, that was the gift. I was a listener. Sometimes I'll say little stuff, but they just wanted somebody to vent to. And out of 50 people in the cosmetic department, Lancome had 5 people, Clinique had 5 people, Estee Lauder had 5 people. They'll choose Sonia out of whole cosmetic to come and vent to. So with that being said, that's what I'm trying to tell you all. All of you have a gift. All of you have a gift. Make the most of your gift. Do whatever you need to do. You do have a gift that you can turn into some kind of side hustle. But do your research. Do your research and be good at whatever you do. Don't duplicate anybody. You can use their model to start something, but don't duplicate anybody else's model because you'll just become saturated with everybody else. I decided to go in professional mode because to me, like I've told you all before, I'm not really I'm a content creator because I do create visual products and put them on the internet. But I feel like I'm an influencer because when I'm out in the grocery store, like yesterday, I was out in Lowe's trying to buy some stuff to sprinkle in my yard to keep the dogs from pooping in my yard for people who don't like to pick up their dog poop. The lady asked me about my hair and who does my hair. And I told her, well, during pandemic, there was nobody. So every time I go to the beauty shop, they never do what I tell them to do. So I do my own. I cut it. I watch my brother. My brother talked me through it. I got my own clippers. I cut it. Sometimes I don't get it right and I ain't got edging up right. But hey, I'll go to the barber shop, but I only let them hit that back, but they can't do nothing else because I can do it myself. I taught myself how to do it. If I want to go be a barber, I probably could be a barber. If I'm just not bragging, but if I want to be a barber, I could be a barber. And I could color it, but you know, I'm 90% gray. So people think I'm bleaching my hair blonde, but I don't actually have to because I have a lot of gray. So therefore, all I'm doing is just lightening my gray. and is never going to be the color everybody else's is. This is not a fad for me. This is the color of my hair. But anyway, with that being said, I cut my own hair. I cut my own hair, and if I want to color, I color my own hair. If I want to do this, I do it myself. See, that comes with when you, it's not that I don't want to pay anybody, but I like certain stuff, and right in after during the pandemic, I could not afford it. So therefore I did it myself. So just like I taught myself how to cut hair, a lot of you can do things too. I've told you 100 times about branded content. A lot of you be on here cooking. That's why when y'all be asking me what kind of lipstick I have on, what kind of eyeshadow, I won't tell you all because that company is not paying me yet. They're not paying me. So why am I going to give them free advertisement? When they pay me and let me partner with them, I'll promote their lipstick all day long. And I switch lipsticks because I used to work in cosmetics. I have cheap brands, expensive brands, but I'm saying why give y'all be cooking on there? You using their seasoning. You not have not reached out to the company to ask them, can you do branded content, make a video, tag them so they can use it, so they can pay you. There's so many things, but y'all be stuck on the things that I post that you can't do instead of focusing on the things that I give you that you can do. Use your God-given talents and make it happen. And you know, that's another thing too. I meant to tell you all. I'm not, I wouldn't call it anal, but I'm very like meticulous when it comes to professionalism. I don't like when people have put, they say they have a business or something. I don't like when people have put out things and have do stuff because perception and all of that is everything. So with that being said, that's why I tell you all, take what I give you instead of asking me the same questions over again. Take what I give you and use it. Take what I give you instead of coming. I'm not rich. I'm not rich. I'm like the next person. I'm like turning out stuff and trying to earn money for me and my family. I have two in college. Then I got one still in school. So I'm not rich. So I don't know why people would come in my inbox about borrowing money when instead take, since I cannot give you the money, I'm giving you the knowledge. At least I'm giving you something. I'm giving you the knowledge so you can make money and do for yourself. But back to what I was saying. I do create content, but I feel like I'm an influencer because when I worked at the car dealership, even though I wasn't a car salesman, I could talk people into stuff. I could be in the store minding my own business, and somebody will walk up to me and ask me, do this go together? I'm telling y'all, I'm not even lying. This is the truth. I'll be standing there shopping, minding my own business, and somebody walks. So with that being said, like as far as shopping, I charge people. If you want me to go find the jewelry in the whole outfit for you, you're gonna pay me. You're gonna pay me. And with my advice, I be giving it to y'all free about those little side jobs and how I do stuff and why my stuff looks so professional. But in actuality, I charge for that. Anything, it's not like I'm trying to make money off of everything, but I've given out so much free knowledge and spit free knowledge till I was like, you know what? Let me just brand this and just do it as a service. So that's what I'm saying. So to me, I have no patience for whining. Take what you got, make the most of what you can. Um, take what I give you and turn it into a business. Turn it into something that you can do to earn you some income. You know, I've done it 1,000 times. I can have a job, but I always had something I was doing on the side. The other day, y'all see me posting about one thing, but I still have people calling me that in the evening they'll text me and say they need a graphic by tomorrow. I still have to, I'm designing my graphics for my stuff, but I still have to design graphics for my clients. And if they say they need photos, I have to stop what I'm doing, set up an appointment, pull out all my photography equipment and go take the photos. If they say they need a website when everybody else is asleep, I'm up at nighttime designing a website because I need the extra money. So with that being said, do as I do, not as like it's just you can. But in everybody's defense, you have to have the go-getter attitude. If you don't have a hustler's attitude, they be talking about drug dealers, but I'm gonna tell you, drug dealers gonna make it happen. That's the same way with me. See, I just added this credit restoration onto my up under my portfolio. Y'all know when everybody else is minding their business, I'm out passing out business cards because I didn't pay attention about hot market and cold market. I'm out doing a run of a day networking in this heat, going in barbershops. Y'all think I want to go in barbershops because because like some people take it's a bunch of men. It's a bunch of men. It's a bunch of men. So I'm going in barbershops and beauty shops, beauty supply places, putting my business card in their little holders, pawn shops, putting because barbershops, beauty shops, pawn shops, they all have a little section where business owners can put their business cards at. So I'm out grinding all day long trying to get clients for that new business. And sometimes remember, your family and your friends are not going to be the ones that support you. It's going to be the people that don't know you that support you. I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn it the hard way. I used to get all in my feelings because people would ask me for stuff, I'll order it in, then they wouldn't buy it. They'll say, Sonia, where you get them earrings from? I said, they on my website. As soon as I say that, they be like, I want a pair. I tell them it's on my website. They never order. I do pop-up shops. They were like, oh, I'm going to come to your pop-up shop and buy some stuff from you. I need a purse. I have one friend, relentlessly, she supports my company. She supports me. Just a couple of weeks ago, she needed some handbags. And she bought a lot of handbags from me for everything she needed to do for church, for going to the club, for going out, for hanging out in the park. She blessed me. And that's what I try to tell y'all. At that point, I needed some extra money. I didn't even mention to my friend about that. I needed some extra money. And just all of a sudden, she called me up. That's nothing but God. She called me up and she told me to pull some of my earrings and my purses and stuff. And she was going to, and just send her the invoice and she was going to buy it for me. The other day, when my dryer broke, somebody called me. They needed a graphic for their birthday party and they needed me to create it really fast. Because Lord knows I didn't want to spend that to fix no dryer, but I needed to fix it because I didn't want to go nowhere. But that's all I'm trying to tell you. Have a hustler's mentality. Dig deep. He's giving you something. He's gonna provide for you, but you have to sometimes ask yourself, are you doing right? Or is your heart pure? Are you clean? Is that why he's not providing for you? And remember, it's never going to be in your time. It's going to be in his timing. It's in his timing. I was supposed to be rich years ago. I bet y'all didn't know that. I was supposed to be rich. I got rich mentality. I got caviar taste, but I ain't rich yet. But hey, I know before I leave this earth, it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. He don't work all that out. I know it's going to happen. I'm going to be rich and I'm going to be able to help and bless other people. But needless to say, right now, I'm not. I'm doing the same thing you all doing. So like I say, I'm out all day long trying to get credit restoration. People know they credit bad, but I don't know if some of them too in shame. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Life happens. I told y'all the other day about me paying a limited corporation 7 times when I was in college and didn't even realize that the Limited Express, Structure, Victoria's Secret, Lane Bryant, Learners, and all of them were owned by the same dang on company. So this company was getting rich. I was looking cute on campus. I was looking cute in class. I was looking cute going to work. But hey, that company was like, her whole check just coming to us. Because I just so happened to look at back of one of them credit cards and realized that all of them companies was up under the same umbrella. I was sick. After then, I ain't want to see no Limited Express. I paid them cards off and I ain't use them again. So with that being said, take what you have. Take what you have, babies. Take what you have and make it happen. Don't sit there with that woe is me mentality. Woe is me will not get you paid. Woe is me for me is I'm fit to sit there. I'm fit to do my research on the internet. I'm fit to make sure. I'm fit to see what's trending. And even there's drop shipping y'all can do. There's affiliate marketing you can do. There's no reason to be broke and be crying. There's no reason. I don't have no There's no reason. There's too many different business models where you can get out there and make it happen. People making t-shirts. People that start not going get their nails done, and people sitting at home painting the false nails in pretty colors and selling it to people as press-ons. Don't tell me what can't happen. So with that being said, anyway, y'all, I have to be somewhere at 8 o'clock and I'm fixed to be late. So with that being said, I love you all. Be great on today. Be intentional on today. Take that gift and make it happen. Turn it around. If you were not able to find a ray of sunshine today, if somebody was not able to pray for you and you were not able to pray for them, I hope you all were able to make it to a place of worship. I'm not trying not to forget anything. A sanctuary, a cathedral, a temple, a mosque, whatever it may have been. Because in that place, you will find a woman or man of God that is trained in order to bless you, encourage you, and tie all that you're going through in biblically. Listen to me, because some people advice ain't good advice. You want to tie your situation in and let them tie that in biblically for you and encourage you. And if they cannot, they can point you in the right direction where you can get that word and that encouragement. And I feel like I could tell you all and give you my testimony, but I feel like on certain days, some of you need somebody a little bit more trained and somebody who's been called. So with that being said, I'm going to remind you again on today. I'm going to start having guests on here with me, my ministerial friends, my ministerial family. I feel like some of you need some of them on here to tie that in and bring it on home for you, encourage you, and pick you up from where I stopped off at. Because I just give you just the let me see. I give you the side dishes, they'll be able to give you the main dish. They'll be able to give you the main dish. I ain't fit to try to give you no main dish. I can tell you from my experience, but I ain't trying to give you the main dish. And then you come over here talking about start debating with me. I'm gonna leave it to the theologians and the seminaries and the people who I study it. I study it too. But sometimes I'm hard to get to understand stuff. I want to understand it my way. So I'm gonna bring some people in with me to help me help you. I hope that's okay with you all. But be that sunshine on today to somebody. Love on somebody, call somebody, tell somebody you care for them. Because on today is not promised. Some people went to sleep last night. They did not wake up on this morning. But I want to encourage you. There is a way out. Nothing is that dire. There's an answer to everything. Just don't ask me. Ask him. Ask him to show you. That's the only way you're going to get to where you're trying to go. And that's the only way you're going to get out of your situation. And it's not by what country you're in, what state you're in, wherever you're at. The Lord provides. And he'll, just like he provide for me, he'll provide for you. So with that being said, loves, I shall see you if the Lord says the same. And I wake up on tomorrow and you wake up on tomorrow. Don't y'all forget to meet me here tomorrow at the exact same time at 7 o'clock. But I'm going to do a filter and a reminder again so you'll know I'll be here. But I won't talk y'all to death tomorrow because this was only supposed to go on for 30 minutes and I've been talking y'all to death for an hour. But that was because I want you all to understand that there is a way, and there is a way for you to make money. And now y'all can't say that you don't understand the companies that I'm talking about, because the captions are showing at the bottom of the screen. So therefore it's up to you, instead of staying on Facebook all day, because Facebook is only going to pay you so much. It's not going to make you a millionaire. You still going to need a extra source of income. Those stars are feeding you a little bit for now, but there's so much money on the table. It's up for you. It's up to you to create your table. If you have not been invited to somebody's table, create your own table. I was not invited to anybody's table, and I have a wealth of knowledge. So I'm going to create my own table, and I'm going to bring my friends in with me. I have some friends who are very trained, and they're above me. So with that being said, I'm going to create my own table and bring my friends in, and we're all going to make it happen. That's how you do. That's how you do. I did not get invited to a table because people always want stuff from me free. So I'm creating my own table and I'm bringing my ministerial friends in with me, and we're going to do some big things. So with that being said, and even my wealth educators, we're going to do some things too. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold you all up. I done preached to you all enough. I done fussed at you enough. But anyway, love you all. Y'all know I love y'all. I'm just telling you stuff from the heart. I'm just trying to help you. I want you to be a better you. I don't want you to keep, the Lord didn't mean for you to struggle in this life. I want you to be the best person that you can be. And so with that being said, I don't like being late for nothing. It's 8:03 and that thing started. My conference call started at 8 o'clock. All the other my co-laborers in there, I need to make it over there. So I shall see you all later. Y'all gonna have a nice day. Y'all gonna love on somebody. Y'all gonna care for somebody. Y'all gonna take care of somebody. You're gonna be the best person that you can be. And thank you, Instagram and TikTok, for coming in with me today. I hope y'all join me on tomorrow. Facebook is faithful. I know they're gonna be there. So with that being said, Facebook is forever faithful. I know they're gonna be there, and I hope you join me there as well. I hope you join me there as well. Oh, I think I hit. Oh, yes, that live video in it. So with that being said, I'll see you all here on tomorrow. Bye, TikTok. Bye, bye, bye. See you all later. Let me end this. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Bye, Facebook. I shall see you all later. I shall see you all later. Bye, bye.